Good morning, graduates, honored guests, faculty colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Waterloo. My name is Feridun Hamdalapur, and I have the honor of serving as President and Vice Chancellor of this fine university. And it's my privilege to welcome you to this morning's Convocation ceremony. Before we start today's celebrations, it is important to reflect, acknowledge, and pay respect to the elders of past and current of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. We are gathered today on their traditional territory as the University of Waterloo sits on the Haldimand Track, the land promised to the Six Nations people along the Grand River. Now, if you could please rise if you are able. And I will invite Dr. Reinhold Schuster to sing our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you. Please be seated. Good morning. My name is Tom Jenkins, and it's my privilege to be the Chancellor of the University of Waterloo. We've got a very large audience here today, and we're just giving them a chance to get settled. Graduates, family and friends, President, Provost, honored guests, faculty and staff, I'm honored to join you today to celebrate today's graduating class. And graduates, as you pass this milestone today, you do so with pride in your efforts because they've been substantial. In fact, last night I was impressed that all of you got here because I was at Molly Bloom's last night, pretty late last night, and there was quite a lot of you there. So I'm impressed that you made it. It was your last all-nighter at Waterloo. Well, judging from your smiles, you had a lot of fun last night, and you're looking forward to today, your last day here. But if you look around the room, there's lots of other smiles, because while you're graduating, they're all very happy because you're off the payroll now. The reason I was at Molly Bloom's last night is I was the designated driver for 2 that went off the payroll. I've always found this university to be very inspirational. It's hard to believe that it only began in 1957. For universities, that's a very, very short period of time. And yet, in that period of time, it's accomplished so much, and you're now part of that story. It forged a very unconventional path, this university, because it's shaped by a commitment to co-op education, but at the same time, world-class scholarship and a connection to society and industry. And that's resulted in some tremendous achievements of the alum that have come through these halls. And in fact, this week we're celebrating the 200,000th graduate of the University of Waterloo, which is really quite amazing in such a short period of time. Now, my wife and I, who's also an alum, have watched this university grow. I started one of the first spin-offs from the University of Waterloo 30 years ago, and I've been up on North Campus watching this university continue to grow and excel. And in fact, for 26 years running now, it's been voted the most innovative university in Canada for 26 years in a row. So you're part of that tradition as we go forward. Now, today we're going to celebrate with the awarding of degrees, and during this convocation we'll also be conferring an honorary degree on an individual who's distinguished themselves in the field. We'll then confer bachelor's degrees, and finally, a medal will be awarded to a graduating student who has excelled in their studies. Now, as Chancellor, I get to give one very important command around here, and that's that all of that's going to be done in 2 hours. Now, that's a tall order. This is a huge class this year, and we'll do our best, but I would hope that all of you would help us out if you could remain seated during convocation, and when directed, when your loved one is coming to the stage, you'll be shown where to go for photos. If you could return to your seat and remain there until convocation is adjourned. I'd now like to invite Sanjeev Bedi, Professor, Department of Mechanical and Mechatronics Engineering, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present Dean Kamen. Dean Kamen is one of the most prolific and well-recognized inventor of our times. Perhaps best known for the Segway human transporter, he holds over 440 patents, many of which are considered groundbreaking innovations in medical, healthcare, and mobility systems. Today, his inventions are improving countless lives all over the world. For 40 years, Mr. Kamen has transformed curiosity-based research into practical solutions for society's most pervasive challenges. He invented auto syringe, the world's first wearable infusion pump, while still an undergraduate in the 1970s. He later founded DECA Research and Development, where he has led the creation of kidney dialysis systems, prosthetic arm technology for injured war veterans, a stair climbing robot, and a water purification system that with a single unit provides enough clean water to support hundreds living in underdeveloped communities. Most recently, Kamen has started the Advanced Regenerative Manufacturing Institute, an ambitious initiative to scale up the manufacturing of tissues and organs for people in need. In parallel, Mr. Kamen has distilled his passion for technological innovations into FIRST, for inspiration and recognition of science and technology. FIRST is a non-profit organization dedicated to inspiring young people to be science and technology innovators. Established in 1989, FIRST now reaches 500,000 students from over 80 countries each year, engaging them in mentor-based programs where they build knowledge, self-confidence, technical, and life skills. Mr. Kamen is the recipient of numerous honors, including the National Medal of Technology, the ASME Medal, the James C. Morgan Global Humanitarian Award, and induction into the National Inventors Hall of Fame. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to engineering innovation, entrepreneurial leadership, and tireless advocacy for STEM education, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa, upon Dean Kamen.
You can put your hat back. Okay. I am honored to confer upon you, Dean Kamen, the degree of Doctor of Engineering, honoris causa, and I extend my sincere congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I now invite Dr. Kamen to the podium to address Convocation.
Thank you. It's at times like this I wish I had notes and knew what to say. I actually have 3 admissions to make. I'm here really for 3 separate reasons. One, of course, when you get an honor like this, you seize it. My other 2 reasons to be here, I'm desperately recruiting. And I need about 100 of you to come back with me as soon as possible. I brought 7 people with me from my company in New Hampshire. They're all sitting in the first row. One of them, Dr. Bolenbach, stand up, is a graduate and alum of this university, and he's now running that program. If any of you are at all like him, I need all of you. The other reason I'm here is to thank you for the incredible support that you've given the FIRST organization. The country of Canada last year had almost 2,000 FIRST teams and 13 separate regional events to get more kids, particularly women and minorities, into science and technology. As a result of all the global interest in FIRST, we're planning for the first time ever to have an international Olympic-style version where every team, every country in the world can send a team, one team, like they do to the Olympics. And this August, we have already 192 countries sending teams in August to Mexico City on the 50th anniversary of their Mexico City Olympics. Next year, 2019, we're hoping to have every country in the world send a team, and we're still working on the details, to Canada to host literally the world, to show them what happens when you can get kids from around the world to communicate and cooperate. And you just happen to have an 80,000-seat Montreal Olympic Stadium, and we're working hard to make that our home for next year. And we hope that University of Waterloo will be right there to help us ensure that this country is a great host. Now I have to admit something. I never actually got a degree the hard way, by earning it. But over the years, I've been given the opportunity to stand in a place like this at some of the world's most prestigious universities, make a jackass of myself, wearing a silly hat. And I've noticed something about graduations that I'd like to share with all of you. One of the things I've noticed I think is fun and funny, and one is a little more serious. The fun and funny one is this graduation has actually nothing to do with all of you students. You've spent 4 years here. That had a lot to do with you. The faculty has been pouring value into all of you. Hopefully you've been working hard. That's all about you. But this graduation is about your moms and dads and grandparents. From the time that you're little kids, parents have this bizarre but never-ending desire to dress you up in silly clothes, put you in silly hats, and prance you around. Remember all your birthdays? I think graduations are sort of the recognition to parents that you've grown up. And this may be the last time they get to put you in silly hats and prance you around in front of the world and show the world how proud they are of all of you. So you better give them all a hand. They're the ones that are making this possible. The other thing I've noticed, having now gone to many of these events, that I think is worth noting, and maybe it isn't as funny. And by the way, you're doing way better, Professor, because I noticed, for one thing, you're not all wearing the silly hats. But the other thing, and maybe you do better in this regard as well, almost without exception, people come to the podium, a stream of them, and deliver pretty much the same message. And the message always goes something like this, and I'm sure they mean well. You've worked really hard. Now you've got this degree. You got to go out. It's your time now. Go conquer the world. I think they all mean well. But let me tell you something. Compared to people around the world that are working hard, like a few billion people work hard every morning to find water so their kids don't die. A few billion people that every day wonder whether they'll have food or shelter or security. Compared to them, you've had 4 years in a world-class institution to focus on creating the most value you'll ever have and something that'll never be taken away from you. Education. And this idea that now is your time to go out and start taking, to conquer the world. Let me tell you something. The world doesn't need conquering. The world is on life support. The last thing it needs is smart people with an education to go out there and figure out how to take. You're now becoming the adults that need to start giving. You should use your education as a tool, not a weapon. There's just too much out there that needs to be solved. And very, very, very few people have the education or resources to do it. The world is depending on a very, very small people that have been as lucky as you to be given the education and the tools you have. So I think you should understand what you ought to do. And by the way, it's not just those well-meaning people that deliver that message. There's a subtlety even in the way, and I don't know if they'll do it at this university, but almost everyone, the provost and the president and everybody stands up and starts explaining to you as they give you your diplomas. They have a phrase in there that you will all be entitled to the rights and privileges thereto. And they tell you about all your rights and your privileges. you will certainly have them. A degree from a place with a reputation like this gives you lots of privilege and lots of access, and you deserve it. But somehow they never say, with all those rights and privileges goes responsibilities. So I will just keep reminding the young people that I meet, now hundreds of thousands, millions around the country and around the world, with all those privileges, I hope you understand you have a responsibility. One more observation I will give you about these events. I'm typically asked to take this great degree, this honor, and then I say, well, what would you like me to say? And almost without exception, it's some version of, well, Dean, take a few minutes and give them some advice on how to succeed. And then I think, they've all had you for 4 years. They've probably got $100,000 or more of your money and your parents' money. And they want me in that last couple of minutes to be the one that gives you advice on how to succeed. Okay. Well, I have dutifully figured out how to do that. We might not get done by exactly noon. I made a list of the 100 things you need to do to succeed in life. I'll go through it quickly, don't worry. Number 1, figure out something important to do. You have engineering skills, as I keep saying. We've been trying to collect the smartest engineers out of the best schools in the world, and I keep getting directed here. So I'm pretty sure you have the skills to do it, but find an important problem to apply those skills to. You may think that's easy, but the one thing you may not have is the judgment to know what really is important to do. You have more time than we have. You're standing on the shoulders of giants. You are more current in technology. You have a better risk profile. You have lots of advantages that I'm very jealous of, but the one thing a lot of young people don't have is the judgment to know what are the important problems. Don't run out and find some job that seems like fun. Find something that really matters and devote yourself to it. Number 2, don't give up. And by the way, you'll know that you found an important one if everybody tells you you're crazy to do it or tries to convince you to give up. Because all the easy problems, they've been solved. Fire, the wheel, movable type, the TV clicker, they've all been done. So if you find an important problem, it's probably because nobody's been able to do it yet, and it's going to be hard. Your friends will give you advice on how to do something easy. And even your parents, who mean well, they're concerned about you. Just like they keep dressing you up like you're a kid, they want to keep protecting you like a kid. They'll be urging you to do something standard, something well-defined, something with low risk. That's what parents do. Don't give up. If you found that tough problem, and if people are pressuring you to do something else, and if you fall down 7 times trying to do that difficult thing, stand up 8 times. But don't give up. Here's the best news of the day. The other 98 pieces of advice don't matter. Those are the only 2 things that I've done in my life. And I will tell you, you'll also start to learn with your background and your degree, and those privileges are pertinent there too. You'll make a living by what you get. You'll make your life by what you give. Have a great life.
Good
Good morning. I'm George Dixon, and I'm the Vice President, Academic and Provost here at the University of Waterloo. First, I would like to thank Dr. Kamen for his outstanding comments. Very well done. I go to a lot of convocations, and I got to tell you, that's about as good as it ever gets in terms of convocation addresses. I would also like to thank Dr. Kamen for allowing us to have him join the group of Waterloo's distinguished alumni. Would the members of the graduating class please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I present those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Waterloo that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations.
Please be seated. For those of you who are not up on the traditions of convocation, that was the really important bit because that's where you actually got the degree, okay? I would now like to invite Sohail Kushan to come forward and deliver the valedictory address.
The novelist Louis L'Amour once said, "There will come a time when you believe everything is finished. That will be the beginning." Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, members of Convocation, and guests, I'm honored to stand before you at the end of 17 years of schooling and the beginning of a more open-ended life. And you, my fellow class of 2018, we made it. No more can they say, look to your left, look to your right, and only one of you will make it. We all made it, so congratulations. By the way, it's good to see architecture here. I haven't seen you guys since orientation, and I was really starting to get worried. Now, we've come a long way from our first year selves, back when we would wear walk cards around our neck in a lanyard, or actually think that EdCom were the top 1% of their class. We were like all the baby geese roaming around campus, small, naive, and really confused about where the bathrooms are. Fast forward 5 years, and we're left with lots to reminisce about, a lot of which is uniquely Waterloo. For example, where else could you be late to class because you got in an altercation with a goose? How many have quietly thought to themselves, do I really need to put on pants for a Skype interview? And who else has realized that the gym you've been to consistently is the pack during exam season? From remembering to not look up, not look down at Phil's, or trying to explain to your boss that very good on a co-op evaluation doesn't actually mean very good, to finally getting our iron rings and tapping everything in sight. Suffice to say, we've had some special moments together. But individually, I think the last 5 years have meant different things to different people. I've seen some of you pour your heart and soul into starting incredible organizations. I've seen you win awards and get into schools like MIT and Stanford, otherwise known as the Waterloos of the South. No one says that. Many of you have performed on stage for the first time. Many have over time become comfortable in their own skin. It wasn't all roses, though. I've seen you struggle with depression, anxiety, and so much more. And I've seen you pick yourself up and make it to this day in spite of it. On co-op, you've made outstanding contributions, but I've also seen you take a co-op off to do something personally meaningful instead. Many have taken that leap to do a co-op or exchange abroad, and not just Cali, but Tokyo, London, Nairobi, while others have flown from halfway across the world, away from family, just to be here. In February, some of you extended a long line of engineering by being ringed by a parent or grandparent, and others are the first in their family to get a university education. Perhaps most important for you was finding the love of your life in our 5 years here. And I've even seen some of you get married, and I don't mean to engineering. But all of this is what I see. So I want from each of you, when you have a moment, to look back over the last 5 years, to close your eyes and ask yourself, what do I see? What stands out? For me, it's people. I see my friend sitting on a park bench after really opening up to me. I see the girl I fell for while studying abroad. And I see my roommate of 5 years in all the crazy places we found ourselves. When you get a chance, try this, because finding the moments that really made an impression on you will give you clues on what you really care about in life. Not to mention the things you thought you cared about, but don't in retrospect. When you find it, don't let it go. Go out there and do the things that really matter to you. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2018.
I now invite Pearl Sullivan, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, to the podium.
Thank you very much, George. And thank you, Sohail, for your wonderful address. So good morning, class of 2018. How are you today? Okay, in case you didn't know, you can actually make noise today. So let's try this again. Class of 2018, how are you today? Congratulations on your graduation, and especially to the software engineering class. This year, we graduate the 1,000th software engineer from Waterloo. To all of you, you worked very hard to get into Waterloo, and you worked even harder to get out of Waterloo. So this is a special day for families. So hug your parents. They have always put you first in their lives. Hug your brothers and sisters. They are stuck with you. Hug your grandparents. They are your best cheerleaders. And to your classmates, say thank you. Many will be your friends for life. Tomorrow, you will step into a new adventure. It will be an exciting one. It will be fast, it will be complex, challenging, and sometimes hard to understand. Before you leave on that journey, take these 3 things with you. Number 1, remember your roots. The world is your oyster. It will sparkle and tempt you. But always remember where you were born, where you went to school, and the many people who have shaped your life, even the ones you don't like. Number 2, regardless of what you do in life, the question you should always ask is not at what cost, but rather at whose cost? Engineering is about envisioning, creating, and making a difference for others. Even if you move away from engineering work, you have chosen this education and you will now wear the iron ring. You therefore owe a duty of care to your neighbors and to your community, to society. Number 3, be humble. You know you have the ability, now find your motivation. Whatever you do, do it with love in your heart. You don't have to become the best engineer in the room, but find the path that will help you become the best person you can be. Thank you for choosing Waterloo Engineering. We are proud of you. You have made us laugh, and sometimes you even made us cry. Now go out and do great things. And as I invite George Dixon, the Vice President, Academic Provost, back to the podium, I want to say from all of us in the Faculty of Engineering, have a good life and may the force be with you.
Thank you, Pearl. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Vice President, honored guests, participants, and colleagues, it's a great day for celebration. Convocation is perhaps one of the most rewarding occasions in the life of a university. It evokes our ancient traditions, rights, privileges, responsibilities, and duties. And there's a duality about Convocation. On one side, we celebrate past accomplishment. On the other hand, we anticipate the promise of new beginnings. That's a very dynamic blend for an event. On behalf of the University of Waterloo administration team, I would like to formally thank all of those who have made today possible. To the parents, family, and friends of our graduates, especially those who have traveled considerable distance to be here, thank you. To the university community who have worked tirelessly to develop this group of scholars and deliver this outstanding event for our new alumni, thank you. And of course, we acknowledge those who have been unable to join us today. I strongly suspect that those are in the thoughts of most people in the room. Okay, now I'd like to do something a little bit different. Trust me, this will all work out, okay? I would ask that the graduands remain seated, and I invite all parents, family, friends, event coordinators, and the band to rise. Now, I would like you to look around and wave. Graduates, you're allowed to wave too, okay? Funnily enough, you're going to find people waving back at you. That's the nature of what it is to be human, okay? Graduates, please give a round of applause for those who have supported you through this academic journey. Please be seated. As we prepare to confer degrees, I have a couple of housekeeping issues that I'd like to address. The first is for guests wishing to take photos of their graduates. There is a photography area located to the left of the stage over here, which can be accessed by exiting the auditorium by the rear west exit, which is the one back there. If you go out that door, people will show you down a corridor that will deliver you into the photography area. Once you have completed taking your pictures of your special graduate, and probably you should approach that area just as your graduate is coming onto the stage. Once you have taken the photographs, please return to your seat so that others may take photographs of their special graduates. We have a very large congregation today, so we're going to have to show a little restraint to make sure that we get everybody moving around appropriately. We award degrees in alphabetical order. This means that some people's names begin with an A and they get their degree first, but there are other people whose names start with a Z. It is not their fault, okay? Please show respect for all of your fellow classmates by returning to your seat after having been hooded so that we can all share in the celebration together. Okay, now we'll get to the good stuff, proceeding with the conferring of degrees. I invite Eric Cozet, Chair, Department of Chemical Engineering, to announce the graduates' names. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Chemical Engineering. Jennifer I. Taniqui Allen, Rahul Hanand. Jack Kirby Anderson, Adol Hassif, Brandon Badger. Andrew Asatori, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Sami Bag, Sami Ali Barbuti, Matthew George Bell. Erin Danielle Bélanger, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Curtis Peter Bishop, Stephanie Mary Bogart, Skylar Etienne Bone. Paul Francis Réaume Boyadjian, Adam Bradley Boyle, Stephen Zach Brookshaw. Terrell Shaquille Brown, Emily May Campbell, Patrick Thomas Borsma Carroll. Rahim Omar Chagani, Claudia Chan, Junyan Edgar Chan. Adam Chana, Sabrina Chuen Hui Chong, Michael Kevin Chen. Gloria Choi K. Chung, Shahil Chiba, Yeju Cho. Jeffrey Chu, Alicia Justine Cousins, Martin Coville. Oshani de Silva, Matthew Thomas Del Gobo, Thomas Richard Donnelly. Rahul Dua, Yuchen Duan, Nicole Andrea Francis. Katrina Francisco, Emily Glenn, Olsi Gogshaj. Amanda Evelyn Graham, Dishe Hiramun, Michelle Huang. Taylor Hong, John Huang, Johanna Jardine. Dines Jayawardena, Jason Ruiswan Dia, Mohamed Joser Batliwala. Bhavnit Kong, Ken Wu Kong, Wu Kong. Syed Ali Kazmi, Ali Khalil, Shrey Khanna. Junsuk Peter Kim, Minji Kim, Anthea Kong. Ching Hao Kong, Yidan Long, Jeremy Pui Fong Leong. Holly Anne Le Sauvage, Shen Dian Li, Xiaolin Li. Diogo de Oliveira Rivera, Piao Piao Long, Anchi Ro. Yen Jun Lo, Jonathan Daniel Manson Hennig, Heron Curtis McClellan. Elliot Douglas McPhail, Yamen Muhana, Yashwini Murali. Puneet Kaur Nat, Dawn Eng, Robert M. Wangi, and Gujiri. Connor Stephen O'Brien, Egosa Idemudia Ogbefon, Soyun Nicolas Robert Antonio Palermo, Prachiban Jayesh Kumar Panchal, Jodel Jesse Philip. Linyue Chio, Sandy Chio, Maratab Ali Rai. Kajiban Rajalingam, Adrian Prashant Rajasingham, Piranavan Rajendran. Kartik Ramesh, also the recipient of the Send for Flaming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Shazvat Rathod, Hassan Riaz, Eric William Ruskoff. Anmol Singh Sangha, Kirisha Satkunam, Sonia Bianca Sequeira. Akash Manish Shah, Puyan Sharife, Shiwansh Singh. Tipisha Karla Siwakumaran, Yoon Song, Ing Jun Soo. Peter Hoyen Tong, Tanya Ichi Tong, Hafia Tanvir. Laura Terisno, Haswati Ann Thomas, Abraham Samuel Train. Keen Man Tran, Dong Nguyen Tu, Elton Cliff, Tuyishime, and Wali. Alexandru Andrei Vasile, Also, the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Alan Victorious, Vishnu Vijay, Nicholas Simon Verga. Zhao Ye Wang, Henry Xiang, Yiting Yao. Luzmila Youssef, Bilal Zafar. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now invite Vincent Godet, Chair, Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Computer Engineering. Tyler Jesse Adams, Rusht Ahmed, Ali Ajmin. Muhammad Daniel Alam, Sean Amadio, Hamza Wakar Azim. Tharaga Balachandran, Mohammed Bakir, Varun Bata. Daniel Baudreau, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Priya Bibra, Sean Jonathan Robert Buller, Rong Tian Kai. Maxwell Carter, Kevin Chen, Yushuan Chen. Daniel Lee Chow, Shayanta Shubo Chowdhury, Joanna Hingyin Chu. Andrew Chung, Christopher Adam Youngkill Tufo, Steve Davis. Alexio Donato Delgobo, Peter Deng, Milan Dimic. Tianyu Ding, Wei Du, Mohammed Tariq El Imam. Marietta Farova, Mirsagi Niral Sachinthana Fernando, Karthik Kumar Gajala. Druvit Mukesh Gandhi, Jian Feng Gao, Sanchit Gera. Irvanjit Singh Gill, Dmitry Glusenkov, Cheng Guo. Yubo Han, Uzair ul Haq, Syed Hamad Hassan. William Frederick Healy, Jeffrey Heath, Alexander John Henderson. Stanislaus Kelvin Hirajat, Denny Kiet Gia Huang, Yi Chen Huang. Alvin Joyce, Sri Keshav Kanatala Keshava, Naima Khan. Chaitanya Khanna, Hanbat Kil, Donggu Kim. Aman Kumar, Andy Zach Yin Kwok, Alexander Jacob Labach. Taylor James Lakeman, Aditi Lath, Alton Minyoung Lau. Dylan Ren Da Lau, Albert Thien An Lei, David James Lee. Joshua Leo Irabor, Kelvin Kwan Ho Lee, Malcolm Shin Lee. Martin Lee, Robert B. Lee, Zhe Chuan Lee. Aniket Laxmikant Limaye, Zong Chu Lin, Qian An Liu. Yi Jia Lu, Heng Yui Lo, Aaron Savio Lobo. Eric Lomore, Tiffany Louis, Kai Luo. Anthony Liu, Hang Liu, Matthew Magny. Rakesh Kumar Mantan, Malcolm Matthew, Azad Memon. Stephen Henry Molyneux, Armin Motakalam, David Andrew Murdoch. Viswanath Sai T. Nagabatla, Donald Pui Tak Nai, Matthew Tsifeng Nai. Alexander Michael Owen, Jeffrey Ya Owusu Ensa, Navjot Singh Panesar. Amrit Parmar, Nisarg Patel, Ariel Noah Pollan. Luka Pavlovich, Peter Pogorsky, Jackson Taylor Prange. Ang Chu, Karen Bir Radwa Hawa, Jason Salaber. Adam Nicholas Sito, Mandish Kumar Satish Kumar Shah, Kia Shakiba. Mike Sililiani, Samuel J. Simpson, Yi Sui. Fahad Ali Syed, Nicholas Austin Tiknovich, Alex Tong. Xiaodan Tan, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Lloyd Alfonso Ramos Torres, Derek Trider, Joseph Trong. Kevin Trong, Wasang Tsi, Sashakt Tiagi. Trevor Van Leeuwen, Gaurav Verma, Philip Vrains. David Vuong, Samuel Alexander Walters, Boran Wang. Alan Yitao Wang, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Zheyu Wang, Zachary Leslie Waterfield, Hao Nan Wei. Kevin Patrick Weekant, Tong Tong Shang, Wei Shin. Harvey Sang Shu, Junri Shu, Ming Yan. Shun Yin, Alistair Yu, Jenny Yu. Hai Cheng Zhan, Chuan William Zhang, Roger Zheng Zhang. Xiao Hua Zhang, Wen Si Zhao, Zikang Zhao. Bei Kong Zheng, Cheng Yi Zhou, Mike Zhou. Shin Zhu. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Electrical Engineering. Sina Abedi, George Abraham, John Jesu Damilare Adeyemo. Tasnim Alam, Mohammed Jawad Amin, Iona Babus. Davanjit Singh Basran, Michael Albin Carlson, Hoyman Chen. Pelagia Sophia Cephalis, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Jason Yu Ching Chung, Mohammed Ekteshaf Chowdhury, Ryan William Chu. Rafiq Dalati, Lawrence M.S. D'Alessandro, Kyle Tristan DeCock. Yu Hao Deng, Matthew Joseph DiNardo, Omar Du. Muhammad Faizan, Naihe Feng, Jenna Lee Godwin. Ethan Grivet, Rahil Parvis Hirani, Jonathan Yuk Tao Ho. Eric David Hallback, Kazi Muntashir Hossein, Yu Peng Hua. Yu Chen Huang, Joseph Huliganga, Xing Ji. Shi Chun Hung, also the recipient of the Ontario Professional Engineers Foundation for Education Gold Medal for Academic Achievement Award, and the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Ayush Kumar, Hitoshi Navoda Kumarawadu, Run Chiu Lee. Z Lee, Elvin Lee Kamwa, Zheng Liang. Avininder Man, Vivian Mack, Faraz Ahmed Mahagavi. Shadman Mahfouz, Malcolm Edward Maloney, Avijit Menon. Abigail Miner, Stephen Ming, Abdullah Monor. Conrad Paul Legeri Montour, Samruthi Murali, Abdullah Naveed. Jimmy Dang Nguyen, Henrietta Ochuko Odiete, Amanda Victoria O'Meara. Adam Hujengde Pan, Parthiban Paranthaman, Cheng Wu Park. Vatsal Prakash Chandra Patel, Christian Alexander Petri, Abdul Rahman Kazi. Vidyasagar Rajendran, Narad Sen Ramburan, Shashank Sabalak. Samin Salam, Janujan Selvaratnam, Shail Nile Shah. Syed Golam Shahryar, Gurkaran Singh, Paul A. Soladoye. Peter Sun, Brian Trong, Bunny Tseng. Bo Wang, Chi Wang, Suchen Wang. Yi Fan Wang, En Wei, Eric Yuchen Wei. James William Whiteside, Austin William Wong, Hui Wu. Jia Chi Wu, Eric Yuan Xia, David Li Wei Shu. John Xianlin Xu, Kevin Yang, Sheng Chao Yin. Akas Amjad Mughal, Asif Mustaqim, David Dancy Yu. Alan Zhang, Bo Yang Zhang, Yijia Zhang. Zhe Zhang, Mohammed Zuhar Enzum Zim, Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now invite Siva Sivothaman, Director, Nanotechnology Engineering, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science in Nanotechnology Engineering. June Hyang An, Hubert Argasinski, Dylan Baker. Priya Bhargava, Shaivi Bhatt, Austin Philip Businha. Spiro Bregel, Nathan Chan, Jian An Chiang. Aaron Joshua Klasky, Trevor Jackson Kothup, Kate Linda Dubellis. Sahaj Damija, Noah Debrincat, Marcus Jeffrey Deman. Thomas Dunlop, Anas Elasbag, Naira El Sawa. Akshaya Govindan, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Mariam Gad, Storm William Goley, Isaac Benjamin Winston. Arnav Hasija, Ali Hassan, Brandon Bernard Hunt. Connor James Irvine, Gangjun Jin Graham Joe. Vismit Joshi, Luke Jonathan Kershaw, Ramsey Kilani. Jae Jung Kim, Mikhail Kononenko, Darren Holman Lamb. Kian Liang, Wei Ching David Lin, Christopher Wang Fa Ling. Ki Hao Liu, Joshua Yun Ho Lo, Caroline Makowiak. Rebecca Diane Maffett, Christine Makulovich, Matthew Alexander Marks. Paulo Miguel, Benjamin James Milligan, Rory Lanning Mills. Charles Alexander Mortimer, Kabinath Murugan, Benjamin John Nagelmakers. Jachin Jayesh Patel, also the recipient of the Roy Duxbury Leadership Award. Andre Rosic, Beatrice Sacripanti, Tabassum Salimi. David William Scott, Anthony John Silveroli, Nicholas Susi. Kai Vincent Slaughter, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Team Proficiency. Ian Alexander Stedelman, Christopher James Taylor, Adam Richard Tetro. Eric Velez Chua, Wesley Walker, Kai Ji Wang. Millie Sayu Wang, Jin Ran Wang, Yao Wang. Chuki Wei, Adam William Weinstein, Jonathan Martin Watman. Joshua Weeks, Christopher Martin Williams, Timothy Chiang Ban Wong. Maxim Yaifeng Zhu, Zi Zhang, Yichen Jiazio Zhao. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I now invite Professor Patrick Lamb, Director, Software Engineering Program, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Software Engineering, Honors Cooperative Program. Hisham Abu Jaude, Maz Ali, Parsa Alipur, Sherwin Aminpour, Paul Russell Ashbourne, Ayush Bhagat, Connor Bossi, Darren Cow, Sameh Chawla, Owen Chen, Ji Chen, Samir Chitley, Evan DeVries, YG D, Cheng Dong, Du Chongxi, Mingxuan Du, Philip Duncan, Jason Fang, Jeremy Francis Pillai, David Fu, Kaivalya Gandhi, Jeffrey Allen Green, Jacob Greenan, Kong Gu, Jeffrey William Gulbranson, Jerry Gu, Kelly Gu, Jessica Hanto, Ajanthan Hariharan, Jobar Hassan, Ernest Ho, Clement Huang, Howlin Huang, Sahil Jain, Hamdan Javid, Neil John Jewers, Han Wen Zhang, Jerry Zhang, Ji Ji, Tony Jin, Daniel Joseph, Saikun Kambashi, Suprit Kaur, Addison Kaiser, Josh Kurgan, Shrey Kozla, Mustaqim Khawaja, William Charles, Soyim Kim, Youngjin Kim, Sohil Kushan, Adrian Kovacevic, Pushpak Kumar, Dhruv Lal, Jason Jun Sang Lam, Chen Lang, Matthew Lapointe, Jiashu Li, Peter Yanbo Lee, Jamie Lee, Ye Lee, Zuchi Li, Vera Xiaowen Lin, Jiameng Liu, Jerry Liu, Jason Miguel Liu, Di Sen Liu, Minghao Lu, Christopher Jonathan Luke, William Ma, Zal Machado, Navin Mahabir, Samuel Meyer, Uluwashayun Simisula Makinde, Gilliam Francis Musin, Ling Meng, Sri Lanka Azuri Miskin, Jami Boy Talavera Mohammed, Benjamin Morris, Ramanpreet Nara, Marco Naranjik, Calvin Wanwan New, Ryan John O'Leary, Yang Jing U, Shrinal Patel, Janice Patricia, Patrick Berrier, Charles Chi, Wasir Raman, Anhaga Rajiv, Leslie Diane Reyes, Seth Harris Rubin, John Joshua Salaveria, Luisa San Martin Ferreira, Balaji Shunkara Narayanan, Akash Zad, Raman Savaria, Dweep Shah, Hazia Shah, Dina Shi, Laxini Shivasothi, Jack Song, Aditya Sheeter, David Yuching Su, Haven John David Shotak, Emma Thompson, Kimberly Usi, Cole Gerard Vander Veen, Emily Janine Carol Walls, Ellen Wang, Xiaoyang Wang, Gabriel Wang, Richard Wang, Dustin Wu, Jessica Wu, Weilong Wu, Kevin Shao, Jingyi Zhu, Leslie Ying, Ted Ying, Xiaoshu Yu, Jeffrey Yu, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Yuxi Zheng, Andy Zhang, Dawei Zhang, Hanyu Zhang, Shengshao Zhao, Oscar Zhao, Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but who are unable to be present at today's convocation.
I confer the degrees in absentia.
I now invite Brian Separan, alumnus, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, members of Convocation, ladies and gentlemen. Convocation is an exciting time as we celebrate the incredible accomplishments of our graduates. During Spring Convocation, we recognize the recipients of the prestigious Alumni Gold Medal that is awarded to the most distinguished undergraduate student from each faculty. The Alumni Gold Medal signifies an incredible accomplishment that we recognize each recipient for, in the presence of their peers whom they have shared their journey from celebrated student to esteemed alumnus. Graduates, while your status today changes from student to alumnus, your relationship with the University of Waterloo should only grow as this remarkable institution works to support and celebrate your personal and professional successes. As a proud Waterloo alumnus, I speak from personal experience when I tell you that this chapter in your life provides you with an exciting opportunity to engage with the university and its global network of alumni in a new way. Staying connected will provide you with meaningful and beneficial results. On behalf of my fellow Waterloo alumni, welcome to the exclusive club of Waterloo alumni. Mr. Chancellor, as a graduate of the university's Faculty of Engineering with a Bachelor of Applied Science in Honors Electrical Engineering, I am honored to present to you the 2018 recipient of the Alumni Gold Medal for Outstanding Academic Performance in an undergraduate program, Pelagia Sophia Cephalis. I now invite Feridun Hamdullahpur, President and Vice Chancellor, to address Convocation.
Thank you, Brian. Mr. Chancellor, I don't know how you did it, but it's bang on 2 hours. Fantastic. Let me first thank all of you for remaining here right to the end of this ceremony. Thank you so much. And may I ask you joining me in welcoming the brand new members of our class of 2018. You heard some wonderful speeches, wonderful remarks this morning, so I'm not going to add too much to that, but just share a few thoughts with you. There will be no advice whatsoever. You don't need any. On the contrary, I should be getting it from you. But Dean, I also have a little concern for you. You brought your entire recruitment team. These all have some wonderful jobs. They're going to some graduate schools. They are starting their own companies. So it's going to be a little tough to find recruitments. That was a joke, you can laugh. You make us incredibly proud. The few thoughts that I will share with you first, some of you may remember when you first started here, probably we had a conversation. You came to your orientation session, and there I said, make me a promise. And the promise was that you will meet me here at the Convocation, that you will complete your education at the University of Waterloo. I thank you so much for keeping that promise. Second, if you remember, and I will be surprised if you do, I said, don't look at your education here just getting a degree. Your journey here at the University of Waterloo is far more than just getting a degree. I want to see you as leaders. As was mentioned, the world is so exciting. Some unbelievable things are happening. Things that are happening we never ever thought of. The new things that will happen, we don't even know about them. But you're going to make those happen. At the same time, as I look into the future, we're going to have many challenges, from peace and conflict to, basic food and, air and environment and water and health and aging, all of those things. And I look at them, do I get pessimistic? Absolutely not. On the contrary, I'm quite optimistic. And the reason why I'm optimistic, because it's you. I spoke to many of you here as you crossed the stage, and you reassured me over and over again that my anxiety when I was welcoming you to the University of Waterloo, that what are we going to add to their fantastic background, fantastic qualities, because you came here at the highest level of your academic achievements. You could have gone anywhere in the world to get your education. You chose to come here, so we needed to make a difference. We needed to add value, and I'm so proud that I could see it in you today. That's why I'm so optimistic about the future. This week, as our Chancellor mentioned, our family grew by more than 200,000. Right now, you are 2,003 or something, 200,003. By the end of today, it's going to be 200,007 University of Waterloo graduates. No, 200,006. Get confused. Who cares? It's going to be more than 200,000. And I want, however, one thing that I will ask of you, and that is to remain connected with your alma mater. Remain engaged. As again, our Chancellor mentioned, we started this institution in a very courageous way, ladies and gentlemen. In 1957, we started with 73 students. And this is where we are today. It happened because every single one of them, they remain connected with this institution. They helped us grow, and I want you to be engaged. I want you to help us grow further because our impact is so important. With that, I wish you all the best. I thank you again for being with us this morning. It is so important that you supported your students all the way, and even here today, you're here. I have never seen this place so full. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Well, graduates, you get to keep your iron rings now. And it's my pleasure to say that Convocation is adjourned.